What is up, everyone out there? Thanks for stopping by to watch the video. As I record this video, it's been several weeks since I purchased my Nortiv 8 boots. I bought these on Amazon.com, and on the product page they refer to them as the Nortiv 8 men's lightweight military tactical wear boots. And these are a great pair of boots. I've had an opportunity to wear these. As I mentioned, I've had them for several weeks, and I've worn them a lot and in different conditions, and they have held up well. These boots come in black and brown and sand, and as you can see in the video, these are the sand pair, and they also come in a waterproof or water resistant version, and one that's not water resistant. And the lightweight boots that I bought are not water resistant. They are nonetheless great in terms of wearing them in the rain. I've worn them in the rain, and my feet did not seem to get wet. I didn't notice them being wet. At least they felt dry and comfortable. But these are indeed lightweight boots. I think the product page mentioned that they were approximately 2.6 pounds. They're made of Cordura 1000D Cordura fabric, and these are suede leather boots as well. So there's as you can see in here, there are two material types. There's the suede and the Cordura. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, fabric. So the outsole is made of a non-slip rubber, as I understand it, and the boots have an EVA midsole, and these boots are supposed to be scratch resistant, and I believe that because they seem to be very durable. The Cordura material seems to be very tough, and the suede, so both the suede and the Cordura have seemingly held up well, and so I do think that this is a tough boot that can withstand some fairly rough conditions. So I like these boots so much that I think I want to buy another pair. I'll try to see if they go on sale. These have held up so well in terms of in the rain, and I've been working in the garden, and I've sprayed them several times, sprayed the boots off, sprayed the mud off with the hose, and so I don't know that I really need the waterproof version, but I'd look into that. But I think I'd buy the same pair, this lightweight non-water resistant version, but in black. The black version, the black pair of boots, looks really good. Yeah, so they're lightweight, they're durable, they're very comfortable. I think that they look good as well. These are a very stylish pair of boots. All right, I want to point out a few things now about this Nortiv 8 pair of boots. The first is I don't think it's a big deal at all, but I wanted to point out that when I first was looking at the boots after taking them out of the box, I noticed that there was glue along the bottom of the boot. More specifically, I guess it's the midsole, the part where the sole, I believe the midsole meets the fabric. That crease along the shoe where it's stitched, there was in a couple of areas glue that I could see. Now it wasn't a lot, and I don't believe that it in any way impacted the structural integrity of the boot. There also was on one of the boots near the toe box is what I think they call it. The stitching, it wasn't loose, but there was a part of the stitching. There was a small piece of the thread that was ever so lightly protruding from the stitching, but I don't think that the stitching was flawed, or that the boot was compromised, or the performance of the boot was in any way compromised. In fact, quite to the contrary. I think that I haven't. I'm looking at it now. I think I do know. I don't even know where it is. But it's a non-issue for me. And then the other thing I want to mention is this is a sand-colored boot. So naturally, being and it's it's a light color. So one would and should expect that if you are wearing these out, outside in the rain or in the mud, in dirt, grass, and so forth, that they could develop some staining, some discoloration, I should say. Let me show you, by the way, what the boots that I'm wearing now look like. But I find that to be okay. I mean, if anything, it adds character to the boot. And I haven't. I've worn these in the mud and dirt, and again, I've said this before, but I've only washed them off with the hose. So I haven't used any sort of product to try to clean them. But they look fine to me. And the other thing that I would mention is that I've been wearing these with boot cut jeans, but also with the more tapered jeans. And I wore these with a newer pair of blue jeans, and on both boots, because the way that they were tapered and because they were newer, some of the blue came off of the jeans and discolored the boots on the side. That blue color is not really noticeable, doesn't bother me, and it's somewhat faded, but I point that out as well. And then finally, none of those issues really speak to the performance of the boot, but if there was anything that speaks to the tactical performance, I would say that I noticed it, a couple of times when it was raining, and I had found when I was wearing these boots out in the rain, and then if I wore them inside, and if I walked along a hard surface, that the boots would make a squeaking noise. So that's just something to point out. If someone who is interested in these boots and would wear, and is using them as an operator somewhere, let's say that they had, in a stealth way, quietly breached a building and they were going down a hallway, and it had been raining outside and the bottom of their feet were wet, so they're going down the hallway, it'd be rather audible. It would not be a good thing, in my opinion, as I see it. Anyway, otherwise, I think that these are great, and I could see that they'd be an excellent tactical pair of boots, or they are, in my opinion. They seem, again, durable, but they're lightweight, and so lightweight that they're almost like wearing a pair of high top sneakers. I could imagine these being very comfortable, running and jumping and climbing a rope, scaling a building. If I had to carry a heavy rucksack or a heavy backpack, these boots would, in my opinion, I think that they'd hold up very well. All right, everyone, thank you so very much for stopping by and watching this video. I appreciate you all, and I hope that you all have an absolutely amazing day. Take care.